It's Mark Miller here, starting a little bit late today. Going through my countdown sequence as usual, and my camera was not working, and I was like, what? Switched to the Logitech Brio, which I didn't have problems with on this machine as well, and it's even worse than the last time I remember it. And then I go back and try like maybe for the 12th time to get the camera to work, and it just kicks in and starts working, the normal camera with the Camlink 4K. And I'm like, cool. So yesterday, and actually I think you could even, it's fair to say the day before, and maybe even the day before, I feel like we've been making kind of some slow progress. And the reason why is because we're making changes to the engine, or using the engine in a new and completely different way. And as a result, there were some, like I want to say about 3 edge case bugs that were difficult to find. Yesterday's bug, I ended up finding like, at about 8:30 last night, similar to the day before, where it's just like, doing some nighttime coding. And I found the bug, and when I found it, I thought to myself, okay, this is probably the most elusive, hardest to find bug that I've ever found. There may have been more elusive, hard to find bugs that I never found, I suppose. But in basically 40 years of programming, I'm still like whoa, in terms of kind of the edge case aspects of it. When you look at the math, it's all making sense, but everything else about it was really hard to find. In fact, when I was like close to it and kind of getting the scent of the bug, I was like in disbelief almost a little bit. The bug was down to 1 line of code, and let's see if we can find that. It's going to be not in this solution, but over here in sprinkles. Let's go look for x equals x. There it is right there. So the problem was this. When we were changing and this only happened when we changed our velocity. When we changed our velocity while simultaneously changing the animation, we needed to move all sprites to that given X position that we were already at, that Sprinkles was at. And so we're basically just going through all the horn body pairs, doing all of that, and essentially the line of code was this right there. And we were just setting it to X because I was in my head imagining that the sprites X and Y would take care of everything automatically, but it does not at this low level. It needs to the X position, the sprite proxy, needs to be manipulated by the sprite's origin X. Because we're doing the flyweight design pattern, the sprites doesn't have any knowledge of what owns it. It doesn't have any knowledge of the origin X, so it's just this raw value that's out there. And so we needed to offset that by the sprite's origin X. That was the deal. So the jump that was happening was essentially the delta in the center position, the origin, the anchor point, if you will, of each animation. And because we were really highly optimizing the sprinkles animations, we had different anchor positions. So it was the first time the engine ever was hit with this situation. And we were changing velocity. So all of those things led to the edge case, this edge case situation. That was the fix. So with that fix in place, now we can come up here and say, let's go to the test page and say show sprinkles. And now sprinkles should show up. As soon as I do that, well, it said should show up. But why aren't you? I'm seeing you over here. Sprinkles are showing up here, but not over there. Let's try hitting show sprinkles again. We'll at least see it here. Now, show sprinkles is in the graze animation. There we go. And that's it. So comes out, stops, no jump, no change in position, that sort of thing. I can say now go ahead and walk, and should be a smooth transition into the walk animation. So I click on walk. I thought I did, but I'm not seeing the movement here. Oh, there we go. Okay, that is something different. It's taken too long to end the that animation. If I go walk right, there it is right there. So we've got relatively smooth transitions that are happening here. Not sure why that's not happening on the in the main front overlay though. Let's take a look at that. And oh, it's disabled on this page. It's hidden. Okay, on this scene in OBS. So it has to reset itself. That's why we weren't seeing it. Yeah, I think I shut it down yesterday because the sprinkles was kind of overlapping. And now let's try clicking show sprinkles button for the stream. We should see it on the stream. And the flickering here initially after a refresh is due to the load on demand of the assets. So there you go. That was the fix. Now, I think the first thing I want to do is I want to go through. I've got, in order to find this, I outfitted the code with tons of console.log messages, which are coming in here showing what's going on. I was trying to figure out exactly what's happening. And ultimately, I think the way I found it is I was like, I got to get a breakpoint right before the problem occurs. And so a lot of this time was spent trying to find that breakpoint. Okay, so let's clean it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the code. I'm going to go look for my console logs, go find those, get rid of those. We don't need those anymore. Clean that up, clean that up. All of this is just to get a console log message out here. This is what was helping me narrow down the problem in terms of where the problem was occurring. We don't need jump delta anymore. We really don't need this anymore, the new X. All of this code was just for diagnostic purposes. Animation cycle. I want to play in this space today. Okay, that looks like all of those console logs are done and out of there. Let's go do a refresh out over here. Click on show sprinkles. And I just want to look at the log messages here. So these destroying the sprite, this is from the engine. background loading, that's from the engine. So everything else is coming from the low level engine. You can kind of see what's happening here as it's going through this. I want to do, it felt like it took a long time for the walk left to kick in. And I want to figure out why that's the case. I think I've got another potentially edge case bug, and I want to at least get some data on that before we do anything else. So let's actually hit undo a second, because this is the last one I looked at. Animation cycled, meaning animation ending, cycled, animation finished, cycle. Like that. Then we go to execute next command. Right there. Greg's out there. Hey, Greg. How you doing, buddy? And I actually want to refactor this, because what I really want is I want to have a Boolean here, a Boolean function. So I'm going to type in FB here for function that returns a Boolean. And I'm going to say I want to have something called execute high level command. And we're using CodeRush inside Visual Studio to write the code. And basically I want to do something like this. If execute high level command, and we're going to just pass in the command here, like that, then we're going to get out and return. That's what we're going to do. And I want to do this. I want a variable this type. I just copied that to clipboard right there. I'm just typing V in the slash, right? Whoops, not there. Right here, V in the slash, and spacebar will give me that. And we'll call it command. So I'm just hanging out with the folks down here. Then I'm going to take this and this. These are my high-level commands. Right here. And here we're going to say return true. So if we catch a high-level command, we're going to return true. Looks like we need a now going in here. Over here, VN gets a new declaration, new parameter. Notice when I typed in VN, it gave me the comma here, the colon, all of that right there, variable type number. And then now in the call to this, I just need to pass in, I need to pass in now, like that. By the way, Rory, I think, is going to join us today. Super excited about that. In about 40 minutes, we're going to see Rory today. It's going to be this dot execute high level command. Good. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say execute low level command. Like that. And that's going to do all of this. That. Let's declare that. Whoops, nope. That is the worst ordering of menu items right there. That declare method should be right up there. That's the one I'm going to do. The other one's got consequences if I select the wrong one. It should be right there where I picked it. Okay. There's execute low level command. Right there. Better. Okay, now I have a simpler, much simpler execute next command piece. It was kind of getting out of hand. And my high level command stuff, I wanted to be able to work on that right there as well. So execute low level command. Let's go. Yesterday we made some changes to the engine, and we haven't tested them yet, but it's basically a dynamic frame rate. And if you notice right now, the sprinkles animation essentially is going back and forth, I think, from an idle, where his head is up, to a graze, where his head is down like that, right like that. And so let's go fix and change that to at least add a little more variety to it. So what is it? Do something creative right here. And so if we're in the idle, then we go to grays. But what I think I want to do, this animation cycled, hold on, is here. This dot last animation frame rate frame interval is equal to sprite dot override frame interval override. I want to save this too. Come up here, type in VM in the space bar. That's going to give me this right there. Okay, cool. So now we've saved both of these. So now I can come down and say, hey, if the last animation is cycled and the last one starts with idle, then we're going to do something different on idle. And I think I want to do a if random, excuse me, chance percent. So this is my own class that I created here. And so I can say, hey, if there's a, let's say there's a 50% chance, is that fair? No, let's go to 33% chance that if we're there, then we're going to say add command sprinkles.idle. 50% chance we're going to go to idle and change the frame rate. Maybe make this 50. Maybe make it 60 actually. 66. Let's try that. Okay, add command. I got a velocity. I want to change its frame rate in there. That's what I want to do. Animation command. I think I want that. I'm going to put it at the end of the list here so we don't mess with any additional code out there. Frame interval override. So I think I want to put the exact same parameters in the same order here. Maybe not. Add command. Let's at least let's get this. Let's create and return this is what I want to do here. So let's do a variable pair animation command equal to new animation command. Push it and return it. Change the return type of this to animation command. Now let's go find it. So now I've got a this.add command, and now I can come up here and modify the frame rate interval override and say that's equal to, what is my idle frame rate? What am I using? FPS 20. Change this to sprinkles. I think I can do T and the / to give me a type reference. Thought I could. No. Need to fix that. Make a note to myself here. T / should generate class name. There may be something missing from our implementation here. Okay, so anyway, sprinkles dot idle frame rate dot Okay, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say frame rate override is equal to sprinkles.out frame rate times 0.8. We're going to go to 80% with the frame rate. So slow it down. Well, wait. Idle frame rate. No. Try to focus. Not now. Really, this is not a good time. Come on. Come on, Pudding. All right. Idle frame interval. Right up there. We're having a good time now. Michael! Coding Gorilla was waiting for that. Look at that, Pudding. That guy is serious about coding. It's awesome. Look at that, out of nowhere. He just took it away from you, Pudding. It's going good. I'm okay. We're quarantined. Family's quarantined. But, you know, there are some positive side effects. We're having more family time together. What do you think, Karen? It's fine? You like spending more time with me? It's kind of a dream of yours to hang out with me all day, isn't it?
I'm not hanging out with you. I'm sharing with all these lovely people.
Okay, that's true. There you go. Here's Karen.
I'm kind of going crazy, though.
Yeah? Tell me about that.
Well, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm an extrovert, and this is like...
Oh, baby. You should come over to the introvert side of things. It's really quite lovely.
Pudding. So has Mark Miller. I sent him out into the world because he just automatically avoids all people. I am not the person you want to take to the grocery store. I'm still like, oh.
Yeah. I know. No. I like diving across. I'll breathe in, saving your life, like that.
Why are you deep breathing in when you do that?
Because I'm like taking the bullet for you, right? It's like in the movies. No.
Yeah, I can't. And then the other day, this is so funny. The other day we pull into the driveway and there are 2 kids in our house waiting to play with our kids, right? Normally,
right. This is during quarantine.
Mark Miller and I are like, oh, what? Like we were a little frozen.
It's like
what,
from
what do you do?
Walking Dead.
Yeah, we're like, oh shit.
I can't kill the children.
Yeah,
that's not an option.
And the idea of like not inviting children in and feeding them and like it was so hard. We like just go in the house and like I was like I don't know what to do. I don't know how to act right now.
Yeah, they could be deadly, right? So yeah, a lot of folks here are like, I invented social distancing.
I get it.
Coding Gorilla.
You people.
Hey.
You are not.
Hey, these are my people.
I know, these are your people.
This is my tribe right here.
I love you and you're great as a second option.
Wow.
I'm dying here.
Wow, kids. Yeah, Deepwater says definitely impacting my wife and son more than me.
Yeah.
Deepwater, who really wants to go outside anyway? Yeah, I know.
So we have, and in our house, so we have 3 children home, right? 2 of our kids are happy to be introverts, right? They're kind of like, excellent, I could do this forever. But me and our daughter, who is 11, are like,
yeah.
She's a dancer. She can't really homeschool effectively as a dancer. And we're done.
But we did invent a new fun game called Superheroes in Training.
Where they take the first letter of all of those things.
No, we can't say that word. But anyway, Superheroes in Training, and the kids stand on the bed, and I'm armed with pillows. And I'm like, remember the 5 Ds of superhero training. You know, duck. And I like swing the pillow across the top where their heads are, and they got to duck out of the way. And then I'm like, to jump. And I swing it over their feet. And they're like trying to get it. To dodge. And I'm like, just, you know, throwing pillows at them like crazy. It's really fun. And so they're, you know, we're making do. We're going away.
I want you to imagine, this is as if you are all invited to like a month-long party where you will be immersed in people every moment of every day, all day.
Oh, you're saying that's what it's like for us?
What it would be.
Yeah, what if there was a virus that only knocked you out if you were in isolation, kids? And the only way around was to hang around other people.
To be around other people all the time.
Yeah, that'd be tough. Yeah, that's why I printed out different pictures of my face on sticks to make it look like there's a party.
Oh,
and where do those pictures of me go? On Karen's punching bag. So Karen, we've hung up a punching bag for her, and this girl is like pounding it like crazy. Yeah. Coding Gorilla says, I invented social distancing, so there's nothing new for me. Pudding says, Coding Gorilla, does this mean you're older than Mark since you invented it? And also says, deep water, nobody wants to go outside. Unless they want to die to coronavirus or get arrested by the army. Holy cow. Where are you, Pudding, where the army's going to arrest you? Oh, what's that sound? Who could that be? Who is that?
Hello.
Oh my God, Rory, you're still alive.
I'm still alive.
It was so wrong of me, Rory. We had a funeral for you because we hadn't heard of you from you in a couple days. You kind of put me in an awkward position, I have to say, by being still alive. You know what I mean? We cried for you, Rory, says Pudding. Yeah, Rory's in the house. Oh my God, it's Rory and he lives. So this is Rory, by the way. Rory's like, hey kids, I'm going to go on holiday. Everybody be cool. Yeah. Nothing changed while I'm gone. And then he gets back.
I've come back and, well, yeah.
Zombie apocalypse, buddy.
It's so close, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So everybody okay right now over there? You good?
Near as we can tell.
Good.
My family's all great.
Yeah, good.
I have colleagues who are potentially suffering symptoms.
Oh, shoot.
So they were trying to work out, did I see them within what kind of length of time? Because we're not always in the office.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, I get that. And are you wiping down surfaces? Are you in the office now or no?
No, I'm at home now.
Good.
I'm operating from a laptop and a secondary headset, and I'm just hoping this works in some way.
You sound great.
That's
Dude,
good.
I can't tell you how much more awesome it is for you to be alive than dead. Last week you were dead, man. Every day we sang a song together. At least the chat room assured me they were singing with me. An ode to you and your greatness. And it was kind of an improvisational, funeral procession we did every day. That's pretty much it. We really haven't written much code.
Fair enough.
We did come up with an incredibly great idea. The idea we came up from was given to us by Codebase Alpha, which, as you know, used to be Codebase Delta till he kicked Codebase Bravo's butt, and now he's Codebase Alpha, or Beta's butt, Codebase Beta's butt. Anyway, Codebase Alpha says, he said, hey, what if we made a puppet to represent Rory on screen? And I was like, oh my God. So here's the deal. This is the change that would be required. Okay. You would need to send me a webcam of you, your face. And I would take that and run it into Character Animator from Adobe. Character Animator is going to recognize your face, your eyes, your eyebrows, all of that. It's going to animate the cartoon version of you. So no matter what you do, where you look, it's going to do that. And then we're going to give it lots of cool animations. Like, I don't know. Do you wear eyeglasses, Rory? Or do you mind if your character wears that? Are you okay if your character?
Can if you want.
Okay. So I'm thinking the eyeglasses go up and down, or brilliant idea. We make a smoke version for you, right? We just kind of have some fun in that space. What's your reaction? You okay with that or no?
I'm stunned, if I'm honest.
I think it's going to be the cutest thing. You're going to be right there in the corner. That's where I'm going to place you, right over there. And you will be talking in sync to your voice, because it does lip syncing as well and does cartoon animation. So all of that will be cool. I'm so excited about it.
That sounds cool, right? Yeah.
Yesterday, Deepwater says NVIDIA flipped its lid on me. Yeah, I had problems today starting up too with the webcam. I've got webcam problems on this machine. I'm not sure why. Look who's here.
Surly Dev is in the house.
That sounds like Rory. Yeah, we're back in time, Surly Dev. Yeah. It was probably premature for me to, have 3 funerals for you last week, Rory.
Uh-huh.
By the way, just side tip note, you cannot die from coronavirus, or else this whole comedy bit we're doing right now is going to be just played back again and again, and it'll be my comeuppance. Do you understand me? You have to stay safe.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to be fine.
Simon Gearing.
Everyone around me is going to be fine.
Simon Gearing is out there. I don't know if you know this or not about Simon Gearing, but...
Simon Gearing walks.
Yeah, that's Simon Gearing out there. Wait, what'd you say? You're going outside? mess. It's a mess over there.
In the house.
Sex Positive's with us as well. Before it goes away, live coding reveals that Chad never sang the song. We never sang the song, apparently. It was just me. Come on, guys. All right. Pudding cried
There's all
for
the
you.
solidarity now. Come on.
He cried for you. Yeah. Oh, Sex Positive, really? Sex Positive says he does need a comeuppance. Honey. No. No. Oh, look at this. Everybody's coming in. Look at you, Rory.
There we go.
Jackson's in the house. Yeah, Rory, you show up and everybody goes nuts.
I am about a half hour early.
Yeah, it's our true party now. Yeah, everybody here's what, Rory's there? I'm not saying you should take one for the team, but it needs to happen. Sex Positive, come on. Yeah. Say Pudding's like, here comes the turkey. Peacock, not turkey.
Nobody said turkey. Why would they do that?
Yeah, can you believe it? Wait, what now? I feel like I walked in partway through a joke. Oh yeah, Simon. We're just talking about how Rory's back. He wasn't here for a while. Now he's back. So thank goodness you're back, Rory. All right, so I'm just in the middle, Rory. So this is Sprinkles over here.
Yes, I've seen Sprinkles
In
before.
fact, here's Sprinkles' intro, by the way. That's so fun. That happens when Lil Cutie, one of the characters on the Dungeons and Dragons live stream, summons or calls Find Steve.
So I didn't mean to ask you about that. Did you broadcast Sunday?
We did not.
I was going to say, because I could not find post-event, as it were, any videos on Twitch. So.
Our DM got really sick.
Oh no.
Yeah, he got sick and he's recovering. He's feeling better at this point, but he was taken out, and I think it might have been coronavirus. He's in New York City, lives in a dorm at a university, and he sent me a message on I think Saturday, saying it was getting pretty bad. So,
Don't worry, kids. We're putting together an all-female team of Dungeons and Dragons players.
in addition to the one team we already have, yeah, because we're like the engine.
Competitive D&D.
Competitive D&D, says Rory. Well, no, not really, but a little bit. Well, I don't know.
Always a little bit competitive.
All right. So, yeah. So we're doing that. So Karen,
Sprinkles is a little like.
yeah, little in your
Excuse
stuff.
me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Consent, Sprinkles, please.
Just ask.
So,
Personal space.
yeah. So Karen's
Social distancing, Sprinkles. Come on now.
Karen came up with the idea, and I'm like, awesome. She's like, I'm gonna produce the show, and I'm like, go. So we put an ad out on Backstage.com. We got like 30 responses from actors. Like at least 10 of them seem crazy overqualified or awesomely cool.
And obsessed with D&D.
And wanting to do any kind of acting, which you can't do right now, right, in most places.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Deepwater likes D&D?
Competitive D&D. Yeah, I'm in. So yeah, you're gonna be interviewing them on Friday and Saturday, right?
I'm going to be interviewing them on Friday and Saturday, and my guess is it's going to get up and running.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get up and running. It's gonna go crazy because people want to do it, right?
And also, actors want to get paid for doing something at home.
Right. Speaking,
your gigs are all canceled, my friend.
Speaking of getting, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, speaking of getting paid, I think one of the things I'm going to switch to, Rory, maybe before we do your puppet, is I think I'm going to switch to how to monetize the D&D show. So I have ideas on that. I was, it's just in a rough stage, but it might be something we explore on the stream, right? How do you monetize a live stream? And I'll kind of run through those ideas. Maybe we'll try it out. We'll see if we can make it work. I don't know. I'm playing with the space. It's like I'm not an expert in anything I do, right? You know, Rory.
Disclaimer! Doesn't know what he's doing!
This happens every day, practically. I don't know what I'm doing, right? Half the time when I write code, Mr. Announcer guy says, yeah, he doesn't like that. Sometimes I write code and he says, and sometimes I write code and he says,
nice function name.
oh, he does say that sometimes. That's true. Surly Dev just totally interrupted my button. I hit a button and Surly Dev took it over. He totally hijacked it. All right, I'll take it though. So, okay. So we're working on sprinkles today though, because now
Sure.
here's the problem with sprinkles. A couple challenges, but we're going to try to break through them today. So this is his graze animation right here when he goes down from the idle position and grazes, and then he comes back to idle. Now he's in idle. Idle lasts about, I think, what is it? He's got 200 frames divided by, it's about, is it 6 seconds?
Looks like
201
5 or 6, yeah.
divided by, he's doing it 20 frames a second, I think. I changed it to 20 frames a second, so it should be 10 seconds. But normally it was recorded at 30. So really 10 seconds? Let's watch it when he comes back up. It seems like it's shorter.
I'd say 5. 5 and a bit. It depends. Is the animation to actually go and do grazing included?
3, 4, 5. Sure does look like that. Why does the frame rate seem twice as high? That's really weird. Because it should be, I think, about 5 seconds if my recollection of the number of frames is correct. Well, actually, we've got it in this code. We're going to bring it up, but we've got it in the code here. I think near the top is where we're loading it, right there. Idle, yeah, 201 frames. Running at an interval of FPS 20, which is 20 frames per second. FPS stands for frames per second. 20 is 50 milliseconds between each one. So 50 milliseconds times 201. Look at that. 50 times 201 should be around 10 seconds. Yeah. Why is it going for 5? I'm dismayed at this point, but I'm not going to let it get me down. Because I'm like, that doesn't seem right. Why would the animation engine do that incorrectly? It's as if I'm advancing twice, advancing frames more than I should be. What's happening there? Yeah, using new maths is coding gorilla. Surly Dev asks, can you hire them for peanuts? We're hiring them for nothing, Surly Dev. Basically,
Exposure.
We're saying no pay, but our intention is to essentially split any revenue from the show, so the actors get paid. That's the idea. And so, yeah. So
hence needing to monetize the show.
Yeah, exactly. And because actors are like getting, because the actors are getting taken out of so many things right now, their opportunities for making money are slim, right? And what do you do if you're an actor? Aren't you like a, waiter? Where, restaurants are closing too, right? So from my perspective, I think that a good response to coronavirus, since we've got, a handful of actors, we got about, 8. So eight of them that would be doing this show. Look who's here! All right, that was me getting a little crazy. I'm back. I'm good. Sully says, having seen on Mark Miller's Dragon Hunters on your CV is going to be invaluable. I know, isn't that so funny? What? Oh, she's coming back.
No, wait.
Where are you going? She's running to get something. What is she doing? What's she coming back with? Oh, no.
And we're making hand sanitizer because it's timely. Anyway, you're making Mark Miller's Dragon Humpers hand sanitizer.
Backwards, I think, for the kids out there. But yeah, that's using the stickers I made for TwitchCon.
So we have all of these hand sanitizers with Mark Miller's face on them.
Isn't that so funny?
I really wish that
really good.
I could mail you guys this, but we can't really do that.
Surely Dev says cannot hear you, sex positive.
Yeah, I think the noise of the seeds
noise
and so forth
noise
is
of the
higher
seeds and
than...
show. Okay, I can crank that down a little bit though. Hold on. Wait, no, that's to my headphones. that's over there. I dropped it down just a little bit. Yeah, so basically we made a hand sanitizer. The kids did. They did this and made all these choices while I was, I think, live streaming. So that's homemade hand sanitizer right there.
There are very colorful things about this hand sanitizer.
Look at, by the way, what Surly Dev is doing. You see that? Yeah, look at the slowdown now. Oh, there we go. Just kick back in. It was slow for a second. Yeah, it's a little slow. Surly's
Certainly done with our regularly scheduled perf test.
yeah, he's intense. And look at when the perf issues hit, the coins all align, right? In terms of how they're spinning. So something we need to. Does Miller ever give you as many flowers as Surly Dev? Not as many. But probably my flowers smell better.
That's true. Not as many, but he does often give me
Not bad.
Certainly Dev did test CG3, adding the sort of square of coins, and for a second and a half they were all out of sync as they should have been, and then they all synced up.
Interesting. We might go back and revisit that. Take a look at that. Angry Little Hamster's with us. Hey, Angry Little Hamster. Glad you're with us. How you doing? Everybody good? Everybody having a good day? Everybody safe? Let's stay that way, kids. All right. So what I want to do is I want to now start. I want to start an animation at a different pace. So I'm gonna skip looking at that. Why is it animating like twice as fast as it should be?
Yeah.
And instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that. Let's see. So if 2/3 of the time I'm gonna just do idle again, but at a different frame rate than the one before. So I'm gonna say if last frame rate, last animation frame rate interval. Hey, Little Hamster's going great from here. Telework, it's always fun, especially for a recluse programmer. Yeah. Speaker says, it looks like trying to play Doom on a 386. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Did you fix the 31 pixel jump? I did, Codebase Alpha. It was one of the most elusive bugs I've ever had to fix in my life. I was like, what? When I found it, I was like, yeah, it was, and even as I was approaching it, I was like, this is the problem. That's crazy to me. But it actually was a problem, and it actually did make sense at the end. But yeah, that was, I talked about it earlier on the show. Rory, how are the desktop sounds for you? Are they too loud or are they good?
I'd say they're pretty loud, actually.
Right, let me drop those down a little bit for you. So let me know, because I've got an individual volume control for just you on desktop. So if you ever need that adjusted, let me know. So I think I want to do something like this. I think I want to say, I think I can do this. Low frame rate. And I'm going to say that's equal to low speed frame interval. Maybe I should just, no, maybe these should be declared up above where this thing is right here. Let's do this, idle, or, you know, instead of just, yeah, no, we can do this. Low speed, idle, low speed. Frame interval. And yesterday, Rory, we worked on the ability to override the frame rate in a sprite. So we have not tested that code yet. That times 0.8. Wait, this is going to, sorry, times 1 times 0.2. Low speed is going to be, it's got to be a bigger interval, 1.2. And the high speed is we'll have it be 80%. Just play with those numbers for now. And so we're just trying to get some change up here so it doesn't look like it's the same loop again and again and again. So now what I want to do is I want to say, hey, if last frame interval is equal to sprinkles dot low, well, let's just do idle. It's right there. Okay, let's get rid of that. Then let's come in here and say if random 50% of the time, then we're going to say, we're going to go to, we're going to, let's do this. Let's add it here, declare a local, and this is going to be an animation command. No, I'm hitting control space. Oh, sorry, because it's a variable. Sorry. There we go. And so now, if the last interval that we did, so we were already idle. So the question is, we were already idle. 2/3 of the time, we're going to go back into an idle, and we'll change the frame rate. So if the if it's 50% chance, then we're going to come in here and say frame rate override is equal to the low speed. The otherwise, we'll go to high speed.
So you're going to start average and then go in one or two directions 30% of the time, roughly. So then you need to figure out what's going to cause you to come back from either that slower or higher version to mid-range.
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm going to do something like that. And so, in fact, what I think I want to do here is take all of this.
Mini state machine going on here.
Yeah, and I want to say, I want to extract this into a function that's going to be called change idle speed.
So are you going to go, because if you think about it, we're sort of started at mid speed and then we can either transition into a low or into a high. I assume you're going to not want to move from low direct to high without going through midterm.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I was
So
thinking
it's
I would
more
just
like accelerate, decelerate kind of.
I don't know.
It might work either way, to be honest.
Let's see
Might
what
not
happens.
matter.
Let's see what happens, I guess, is where my point of view is let's see what happens. So if the last one is equal to the idle frame interval, then we're going to do one of those two. Then I guess it's going to be else if, is this really going to, the code I'm going to write is going to be this kind of obnoxious in that I'm basically just kind of swapping these out.
You could just say 30% of the time, pick a random other one and jump to it.
As long as it's not the same one, I suppose.
True.
You know what I mean? I guess, or I don't know, something like that. So this one is
That just means it's
will
a
always
chance of being longer.
Yeah, this is going to always change it up, is what this is going to do. So we're going to add it up no matter what. I think that we could also do this. If random dot chance percent of 10, then we're just going to get out of there. So 10% of the time, we're just going to create a new sprinkles idle and I guess set it to the same as the last animation frame interval, I guess. What is that? Is that you or me? It sounded like it was me. Somebody calling me on Skype is what it sounded like. 10% of the time, no change. I don't know. I don't like that for now for testing because I definitely want to, you know, guarantee that there's a change. So I'm going to comment that out for now. So let's do that. Let's refresh over here. Is that enough work? Did we do enough? Is the code going to be compiled? Looks like it compiled. Oh, looks like I did lose Rory, and he called me back. It was Rory calling me. Hey, buddy.
That was weird. Skype spontaneously crashed.
No.
I wasn't even touching the keyboard.
You still there?
I'm here.
Okay,
Can you hear
great.
me?
Excellent. I
Yeah.
can. Excellent. Those target things look like the coronavirus. All right, so here we go. Let's see if we can make this work. Let's go out here and show sprinkles. I'll over here. What's the Skype usage currently? It's just Codebase Alpha. Okay, hold on. Let me move this guy over here. I'm going to do that so it looks like he's coming from behind the chat window. All right, so let's see here. What we're looking for is a slow version. So right now it seems to be actually in sync with the one.
In sync.
That's really remarkable. I guess that does make sense. We're looking for a change. Oh, I think there's a change. It's slower now. See it? He's slower. Totally slower. And I think he even stayed.
He decided not to graze. Graze?
No, because that's one of the new things. 2/3 of the time he won't graze. He's going to change his idle speed. So he should graze still. I'm still expecting this guy to graze. Did I forget grazing? Hold on. No wait. It's right. It's right here. 2/3 of the time we go here. So the last animation was idle. We'll switch to graze 1/3 of the time. So we watch this. It should switch to graze. There it is, right there. Oh, sorry. You just did it.
But I did see the horn tip.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So there he is. So now the question is, if we watch this and look at this, does he look a little more? Yeah. Surly was trying to break my machine, man. Surly, I'm trying to watch an animation, buddy. Sorry, buddy, but I've got to do it. Take that, Surly. All right. Let's get things to calm down here a little bit.
It's interesting. I think maybe you're right. I think it has worked. It's a little tricky to tell because the most obvious giveaway is kind of the speed at which the ears go.
Design Pattern says chat spam is real. Yeah, I better get out of there. I better move control over to another one. What did you say, Rory? I'm sorry. Say that again.
I'm saying it's interesting trying to work out whether the speed has changed because during a standard idle sequence, there's not a lot happening. That's the nature of idle. The big giveaway is the speed of the ears, and they do seem to be going at different speeds.
Well, we did also see it when they were in sync. We saw the switch, this transition between the two. I'm just looking for. Well, let's make it extreme. Rory.
Okay.
Then we'll, might as well do that. Change idle speed. Let's come up here and let's make this. To make it really slow, we'll say times 3. Keep that there. And to make it really fast, we'll say times 0.2. So it's 4 times faster or 3 times slower. That should be easily detectable by the human brain.
I'm wondering whether we previously have placebo speed. Just convincing ourselves it's real.
No, I'm pretty sure because they were in sync and then all of a sudden it felt like it slowed down. And I'm just looking for something subtle enough so that the brain doesn't say, oh, I'm in a loop. That's what I'm trying to do. And I got another cool idea, a couple other cool things I want to do. One of them is have like steam come out of his nostrils, like that, but do it at random intervals based on where he is. So, that's kind of what I'm trying to do is throw some variety in here. So that looks like a slow version, I think. Really, it should be really slow. But that looks like a slow one. And I want to see a faster one. Is that really 3 times? I'm now forgetting, did I really hit reload on this? Roy, do you remember if I clicked on that and started it?
I cannot remember, and I'm getting slight amounts of buffering, so it's a little hard to be sure.
Okay, let's try again. I'm going to force it for sure to make sure I'm... Yeah, I think I maybe didn't do it. All right, let's do it again here. That could be the slow one. It's 5 seconds. That would make it 15 is what it would take it to. I want to see a really fast one. We can also step through the code, for goodness sakes, right?
Well, there is that.
So when we go from grays, here's the normal speed. So there's normal speed. Whenever we come out of grays, it goes to normal. That's in the code. That's the 30% chance it goes down to grays.
Well, it's the normal speed. That's 5
Maybe,
seconds.
maybe you're right. We're just convincing ourselves. Maybe our frame rate change isn't really occurring, although it totally looked like it was.
What's our max speed now?
It's ridiculously high. I think you're right, Rory. I think we were psychosomatically inducing a state of belief, and that's my current conclusion right now. Let's go look for, what is it? Idle, change idle speed. That's what we're looking for. I don't know, let's set a breakpoint here. He's grazing. After this one ends, we should get a breakpoint.
So you've got a breakpoint on the make the choice. And so, yeah.
Well, change idle speed comes in, I guess I can put it here too. Right here.
This is where we figure out our random chance function doesn't work.
Yeah. So when we come back from grazing, we do this, idle for sure. Oh, here we go. Now we're here.
So we're testing. Set chance.
Change idle speed. So we're going in this time.
Okay.
Animation command. We've got our new command set up. Sprinkles idle. Frame interval. Last frame interval is undefined. We're setting that. We set it in animation cycle.
Hang on a second. Are we changing anything in that function? Because we're analyzing animation frame interval, but animation command is declared in this function.
And we're not adding it.
So we're setting up this nice object, not returning it anywhere or passing it off to anything. Oh no, hang on, we're getting a reference to the, sorry, that's it, we call an add,
Yeah.
and we get a reference to the thing that we've added,
Right.
which we then amend. So that should still work.
So we're there. But the problem is, though, that this is going to fail everything because it is undefined. So we're never getting to the cycle. The cycle's never being called because we're, I think, adding immediately as soon as it ends, I think. And I think that's what's happening. It could also be that we're not hooking the cycle event for the idles. I'm not sure. I don't think that's true. I think we're hooking for all of them. I could fix it by doing this, right? Just deleting that. So that's like a kind of a quick fix. I could also fix it by, yeah, let's do that. And let's also kind of do a double fix here of it, where we come down at the bottom of this, just in case we don't get to that override, the onCycle command, I mean. And we're going to say, we're going to just set it to this. And maybe also set it if it's defined. So we're going to say if we got something there, then we're going to set it. And I think that's going to be better.
That's a lot more sort of defensive and
Yeah.
you know,
So
caring about those edge cases. That's good.
I think you're right. I think we were watching one go at a different frame rate than the other. Which is also like, oh no, do I have a bug in the engine that's when my frame rate is not dependable? I totally now have to go look at that. Okay, so let's hit show sprinkles.
So there should be some part of the cycle randomly that is much quicker, much more noticeable.
Right. Yeah, it's just delay loading the pieces here. So this one, it comes over here, it's a normal speed idle right there. When this idle
It's about
ends,
5 seconds cycle.
yeah, there's a 2/3 chance it'll go with much faster, or a 1/3 chance it'll go graze again. So there's a graze. You can also play with the speed on the graze. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. There's a normal. I totally want to see the speed up here. Looks like it's the exact same one. Yeah, I don't get it. I feel like we should see something. Come in here. Take a break point again. And here we are. Last animation. Still undefined? We should nail it right here. It's at the very least we should get here.
Yeah.
We're here. Now
Low
we're at
speed
150. Okay. So it's the low speed. Last animation is now totally defined. Why is it getting undefined? Oh, is it because of this?
Oh, if there is no override.
Yeah, no, I think I know what this is. Let's try this. If that, then this. We'll only set it if it has a value, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm okay with that. Also, though, we're setting it. Why is it not working? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed to say this. We're not been applying that in the command. So we've got a get next command right here, and execute high level command, execute low level command. Here's where the command's coming in, and here's where we cue the animation. And
Do I see idle and grays are doing the same thing?
they might, yes, they are. Because they
Okay.
both are represent the idle state in that their beginning and end points are the same as the beginning and end. Beginning and end of both are the same. Hold on
Okay.
1 second. Let's go over here. Now we're doing a new queued pair animation. Let me drop a marker here. Let's just hit continue a second here so our music keeps going. Yeah, we're losing our frame interval override. It's so embarrassing how we thought we were making it work, Rory.
Yeah. When this works, very shortly, I'm gonna say, it's gonna be so obvious that it does work that it will make it look even more embarrassing than we believed it was before.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna try and forget that. If I can make it take longer to get here. Yeah, more Schrodinger's Rhino, big box. You try to put sprinkles in a box. That's really good. Yeah, if we make it take longer between now and the time we solve that, we might, maybe our audience will have forgotten.
Nice.
Here we go. Let's go ahead and run that.
We should probably alter the frame rate of our displaying this video to make it seem longer.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Queued animation here is here. So now I want my queued animation, and now I'm going to bring in my frame interval override like that. Let's put it in here. Set it equal to undefined. Where's my call? Here. That. Just double check that this one is initialized to undefined. It is. Okay, cool. So there's my queue animation. Queue animation is going to create a new queued animation like that with the frame interval. Then we're going to get it out right here. Add animation right here. Do we have an extra parameter yet? We don't. I'm like sad, Rory. I thought I was on this. Now I'm like not on this. Okay, hold on. I'll be okay, kids.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. That's what I'm looking for right there. And there's my add animation. And now I'm going to say body dot frame interval override equals frame interval override like that. We're going to do the same thing down here. Horn dot frame interval override is equal to that. There we go. Now back over here to a good friend, and this time I think we're going to be like we should be very embarrassed, right? Me especially, because you were the one who said, could it be? But we were, you did see him get out of sync.
Yes.
He's He's totally the brains of this operation, honey. The last week has been like nothing but disaster. Now he's back. It's good. Six Positive saying, what are you doing here? What is this? What are you spamming my, what are you doing? Oh my God. The girl wants a puppy. Look at this.
Aww.
Don't say aw, Rory.
It's a cute puppy.
So cute.
Rory's
That
like,
is
"Oh."
very cute puppy. Look at those eyes.
Let me see if I can remember the syntax we're doing.
If you could craft a puppy by, like, you know, pieces of cuteness from different places, you'd come up with that.
Hold on a second.
Surly Dev says you would look so manly walking that, Miller. Other comments, if you don't get that for her, you will officially be the worst husband in Costa Rica. I think maybe a certain sex positive has got the chat room wrapped around a little finger here. Just a hunch.
Try to get the poll going there, but it didn't work. It needs two comma separated choices here. Doesn't like my syntax here. Let's try this. Two comma separated choices. I feel like I'm doing this right, but something is wrong. What do you think here with my syntax? What do you think about my syntax in there, Rory?
I'm trying to remember that far back. Do we... Yes.
I'm just going to keep changing the
That
text
should
here
be
and trying it
fine.
out.
I mean,
Nope, doesn't like it. One yes, two no. What if I just do that? What is wrong with this? Do I not need the quotes? No, that doesn't make sense. Do I need the
one
answers
that's necessary.
in quotes? What'd you say?
It's been suggested maybe get rid of the 1 and the 2.
No,
Because
we've had
isn't
this
it more about
before.
this things? Oh, hang on, there's a poll up there.
Let's put that up there.
So
That's a different one.
sex positive may have got the jump on this.
How did you do this?
Should
What?
Miller get the positive, the cute puppy? Yes,
Yes,
damn,
it-
yes,
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 it-
no question, absolutely, and yes if he loves sex positive.
Fine, I'm trying to do my keep preventing you from taking any advice of any kind from Twitch chat, which is the only wise point. Shit, point for this. All right, so go ahead and vote. Right now, seems to be a lot of voting for Mark B. Strong. Yeah, I think I was sex positive because should Miller? How'd you figure out how to do a poll while I was struggling? Well, Roy and I are struggling. She just got a cute smile on her face. Wow. Yeah, yes, if he loves sex positive. Wow. All right, fine. I'm going to vote there too. Get the cute puppy.
Can you
Fine.
amend polls to have a no in there? Because at that point the yes vote has been split across 5.
Oh, wait, somebody says, oh yeah, someone says yes. Someone just said yes flat out. So, all right. All right. I think this puppy is asking you, Mark Miller, do you love me or not? Of course I love you. I closed it down, baby. I have autism. I'm not swayed or wooed by cute. All right, so what's happening here? Is this thing running? Did I refresh this guy? Anybody know?
I believe there was some refreshing, but I've really not been staring at it. There's this poll thing that's got me distracted.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you listening? You are listening, aren't you? Yeah, Karen's laughing. She likes you.
It was a very...
All right, let me see. I'm going to hit the... Jesus, thank you.
Hey, I am only telling the truth.
All right, let's do this again. So it could be our frame interval override's not working. So that could be happening too. Let's go look and see. Let's follow it down all the way to here at least and see what our override's coming in at. Show sprinkles. Here we go. Undefined. Okay, I'm okay with that for now. Undefined.
Yep.
Undefined. Why did I get 3 add animations? Oh, a couple animations we're adding in a row. Oh, okay, another one over here. All right. Undefined. I really want to, let's do set a condition on the breakpoint. The condition is going to be that guy is not undefined. Okay, there's my condition. Now I'm going to run. Now we should be good for a while. Okay. Should Miller get 6 months cute puppy? Do we? Yes. Okay. Yes. The answer is yes. If he loves sex positive. All right. Is that puppy here or is that in the States? So, so you're sending me to a hot spot when I'm perfectly safe, isolated, and alone to go pick up that puppy, risking death for you.
No, it's going to be brought down by love.
What is it about your genetics that wants to see me get you and Boo both want to see me close to death to make sure? All right.
This
Yeah.
should be an interesting explanation. This is now your fault.
My oldest daughter, Boo, or my oldest daughter living in the house, Boo, is like, we're at the Grand Canyon. She's like, do you love me? Would you go get that hat for me? And she points over the edge down the cliff. I'm like, it's like a $3 hat. We could get the hat. I want the hat. Prove you love me. Fine. So I went down and got
At which point you got to reply with "Prove you love me." Stop asking me to kill myself.
Well, you know, I didn't think about that, Roy. You're the best. All right. So what's going on? Is this thing? Have we seen any evidence that this thing is working yet?
I see nothing. I think this is still broken.
All right, fine. So we have no breakpoint here with anything other than undefined. Add animation.
So it's always undefined. So is it being
No.
reset to undefined at some?
No, look. I got to pass a parameter in. Okay.
Well, so yeah.
One more time. Come on.
Watch the light spill.
Come on.
Lightspeed unicorn rhino hybrid. Just decide to. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Once we get this done, it's going to be sweet and look like we were geniuses. I just want to say that part. It'll look like we are genius. All right, here we go. Show sprinkles. Here comes sprinkles. You know what's kind of cool is we could have sprinkles slowly fade out and disappear and have the horns just stay, and we could do like
Cheshire Cat style.
Yeah, and we could do, you know, sprinkles kind of spilling out of the horn, which would be kind of fun too, out from behind, just pouring out. Oh, there you go. See it? Did you see it? It was super slow.
Okay.
Watch it. No, it was. Trust me. This is normal speed. Always normal speed when it comes out of grays.
Yep.
But now watch now. The 2/3 chance it's going to change. Went back down. Simon Pettit says, Roy's a smart cookie. Sprinkles just materialized in like Star Trek. Yeah. There you go. Look. See that,
That's
Rory?
slow. That was slow.
That's slow. So slow. We stopped showing all the kids the pictures of the dog. Like nobody's getting a dog. No one's getting a puppy. We already have dogs. We don't need more. Oh my God.
This looks like the little sister of our dog.
I want to see it go high speed. Because I
Me
haven't
too.
seen evidence. There. You see it?
Oh, there we. No, okay.
All right.
That was high speed.
Okay, so now we know
I accept it works.
it works. Holy cow, Rory. Thanks for the skepticism, though. I'm a huge fan. All right, so now we're going to change this back. Boom and boom. So they're going to be much closer just to give it a little change up here. All right, that's not bad. Yeah, Sprinkle said some sort of episode there. Let's refresh and let's talk about the next thing I want to do. So the next thing I want to do, so the other thing that's cool about that is that means that the code we wrote yesterday, the dynamic, the frame interval override code, appears to be working. Right? We saw it move
Cool.
both faster and slower. So now what I want to do is I want to, when he's walking, so when I see click on walk left here, hold on, it's going to transition, quick raise, I hit walk left. Yeah, so there's a problem here in queuing up. It's like, I think it's because, okay, so here, now when I click walk right now, he continues to the end of the animation, and then he reverses. What I think I want to do is if I change direction, wherever I am in the animation, I want to change that animation and have it run to the other side of it and then switch. So if I'm walking forwards, I'm going to reverse the forward walk. And when I get out of the forward, I'm going to now chain off to a walking backwards animation. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So I want to,
So you've got to
and
complete the sequence getting a foot on the ground, then effectively allowing it to reverse.
yes, and that's step one. And step two is I want to get him to slowly slow it down and
so
reverse it.
variable speed.
Yeah, so I want him, if we're changing
You're going
directions.
to tween the speed.
Yes, that's what I want to do. So that's like my goal. If I can get that working by the end of the day, I feel like I'm going to recover from these last couple days of this whole thing. The other thing I want to do too, which I probably won't do today, but the idea is I want him to kind of take a step or two, in the idle, take a step forward, and then do the grazing, whatever, take a step back, that sort of thing. Always kind of keeping himself right here. Just like the crossfade on the songs. Yeah, a little bit like that. I also want to do, if he's not at the end of the idle and we want to immediately get him to do something, I want him to crossfade into the other thing. Because the idle is pretty, look at this idle, right? He's essentially in the same position. So instead of jerking into the next position, or instead of waiting till we get to the end of the idle loop, what I want to do is crossfade and maybe also adjust the frame rate. So there's a lot of kind of tweaking and tweening kind of things in terms of what I want to do. In terms of making this thing, taking the stuff I have and making it look and feel longer. But already I think that the small change we've done has made this look more interesting, right? In fact, actually, let's do one more thing really quickly that we can do. Let's give me a search for idle again. Change idle speed. That's what I want. Right there. Genre's jungle. There's no jungle genre here yet. I want to change this to be animation name, like that. Change idle speed. Change frame rate is what I want to call this. Good. And this is going to be sprinkles idle. Like that. And then what I can do is I can come down here and say change frame rate, sprinkles grace. Does that make sense? And and maybe not change frame rate. Random frame rate, like that. And then I'll do the same thing down here with the idle when it comes back. And let's double check that we're actually using animation name. That's what we want to do there. So now everything is going to be a little more variable. Is kind of what we're looking for there. We can just refresh that right now. We'll bring that out, bring them out, and we'll take a look at it in a little bit. Kind of like the cooking shows, right? Where we put it in the oven and then we take the freshly made one out.
Here's one we made earlier.
Yeah. What did my kid shout?
Come here, come see the puppy. It's so
Oh
cute.
my God. Oh my God.
I know. This is the mom.
You ever get the feeling that things are just running away in the background in a certain direction? There's just no way of doing anything about it.
There's just nothing I can do. We have 2 dogs in the house. These dogs, apparently, I've had talks with them every night and saying, sorry, dogs, you're just not cute enough. We're going to have to replace you.
Wait.
Oh, she's coming.
To be clear.
She's coming. Here she comes.
To be clear, hold on. My dogs get all of the love. They get
All of it.
So much love. But this one is like bite-sized so that it can come with us wherever we go. It can fly with me, and it looks like my other dog.
Is this one of those dogs you're going to keep
It's
in a
like a
bag?
bean.
Wait, what'd you ask,
Carry
Rory?
with you?
What'd you ask?
Well, I've seen people take really small dogs and like put them in pushchairs and bags and stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna push this in
to
a.
me is
Yeah, she
crazy.
totally. The question is, are you gonna push this in a push? Put the dog in a push chair or a bag? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to share the dog around in a front pack like it's a baby or in my overalls.
Yeah.
In the front
Somehow
pack.
it's getting onto the carry-on
I'm
luggage,
that
right?
kind of woman.
Yes, it'll be on the carry-on luggage. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mark, you're doomed. They'll have the puppy, says Jetsam. Yeah, it feels doomed. Yeah, it certainly does. Here she comes for the wallet.
Okay, wait, everybody look really cute. Look at Daddy like with the big puppy.
Oh, they're good at that.
Can we just?
Wait, let's take a vote.
Oh, someone's going to take a
Friendly
trip of
You
this.
did already.
If you love sex positive, you would buy the puppy. It's not even buying, it's adopting. It's adopting.
All right, guys, we got coding to do. This is a serious show.
We'll be seeing the puppy on
Streamed by
next
Nick Flynn.
Wednesday.
Well, yeah, Doom says Jetsam. I'm not sure about that because it's they closed the borders. I would have done it today
So-
because you guys are so important to me, but they closed the borders. So
There's possibly a possibility of some bargaining can be done here, Mark. You know,
bargaining. Wait,
one puppy, some explosives on camera.
woo!
You know.
Rory has got a good idea. His idea is, in exchange for the puppy, I get to do more explosives on the show.
Boring! Are you kidding me?
Where's the puppy? The puppy's in San Francisco apparently right now. Rory, you're in trouble.
Did
You're on my list. Wait, hey, don't bump it.
Explosive?
Surely it's a win-win situation. Everybody's happy, right?
Yeah, win-win situation, baby. That's what Roy says. It's a hipster puppy. That's right. And it is. Okay. So, I don't know, just cleaning
Actually,
up a
there,
little
there
bit.
are benefits to puppy that's that cute, as in, could easily become another NPC on
Right.
Dragon Hunters or
Sure, that's true.
Rhino, a companion.
That's right. So now I'm looking at the guy in the background here. And I think he's going he looked like he sped up a little faster. Yeah, and now he's going slower in the grays. I'm getting a little bit of flicker here like we get sometimes on the show. Yeah, I can see it on the stream too. But good news is,
Is this the driver issue?
yeah, it's a
Like
driver
Monster
issue.
Window.
I'm convinced it's the driver issue. Yeah. There's the end. There it is, right there.
It's not a hipster puppy, says Sex Positive, until I put glasses and a hat on it, which I will do.
Oh my gosh.
Actually,
yeah.
that would do.
So we're getting a lot of flicker. Here's the thing: the small changes we've made so far, I totally am buying it. Right? I'm not seeing it's in the loop. My brain's not registering it's in this loop thing again and again and again. Right? It's like and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that trick that sends it to the next level, and I feel like we're there. We could even get to the end of the animation and start a new one that's in reverse. That's also another subtle thing that we could do. Also the same thing with I think the grays works in reverse as well. Let's play with that. And I think it's like, I think the code would be as simple as this. I think if random dot chance percent 50, then we're going to say animation command dot reverse equals true. Like that. And maybe let's do that for now, just 50% of the time. And just see what happens. See if it's how it looks. Let's refresh. Okay, show sprinkles. Seen a lot of flicker on my screen, but how are we doing on the? Did we lose? Oh no, we didn't. Okay. I think I want to set a breakpoint over here in the code, and I want to put the breakpoint right there. See if we ever get there, and then watch. So with the grays, he ends really close to him. Looks like we are where? Looks like we need to. What is that? We're breaking here, but here it looks like we need to Okay. So I think we're here. So reverse is false there. And now it is, looks like it's true. Yeah. Okay. So that code looks like it's working. Yeah, I got flicker all over. We've got some reversing happening now. The question is, can we detect that it's actually reversed? I know the graze ends with him really close to, with his mouth close to his foot. So if he goes into a graze and his mouth is close to his foot, let me drag this
Partially
over.
hidden.
Let's do this. I should make it still partially in. I'm trying to find the top of the window. There it is right there. So the window, just the window client is drawn here. So we can also see his spin. So right now he's kind of spins. The forward spin is counterclockwise in the idle. So if reverse is working, you should do a clockwise spin. And when he grazes, he kind of starts to graze. Yeah, I'm not seeing the clockwise spin here. I'm expecting to see it by now. Maybe we have the same problem. The reverse isn't working. Let's go look at it. Yeah, it looks like we're not using reversed. My bad. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. We're going to create a new piece here. Cue animation. Reverse. Oh. Instead of setting it to false, we're going to set it to command dot reverse like that. And then, yeah, I think we're okay with all the hard-coded of these because these are very specific pieces. I think I'm debating whether I set reverse to true or reverse is equal to not reverse. Like that.
Which will not actually reverse anything.
Yeah. I'm feeling more like that's what I need to do in these three spaces right here. Okay, let's refresh. Ooh, what you got for me, man? Nothing I can shut down. I've got no apps. You know, this is like, yesterday I brought up NVIDIA control panel and it just gave me some woes. It took my top screen, which supports 2560 across, but I use it at 1920 because that's the screen I'm broadcasting to you, and took my top screen and it said, well, let me stretch it all out for, stretch the 1920 across. Yeah. So, and I've updated to the latest drivers. What, is there anything on here? I feel like somewhere in here there's a setting that could make this whole problem go away. But I'm just not sure what it is. Just desktop size and position. Not gonna make any changes. Yeah. This is the space I was yesterday. No scaling on this. No scaling on that. No scaling on this one. It says aspect ratio. Yeah, this, I think when I do this is when it causes problems. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And I've got refresh rate. Hold on, where is it? There. Yeah, it's funny. On the stream, you can see it solid. Can you see it flickering like crazy, Rory? Or
It's looking good.
you see it, yeah, because you're getting the stream input right there, yeah. That's my main down here. Could I change that one? Is it safe? I'm going to say it might be safe to do this. And so the question is, what happens to the live stream if I change the display resolution on a screen that I'm not actually broadcasting from? In other words, I'm not taking that display. Let's see what happens. I think we might get into trouble.
black background temporarily. Yeah, that's back.
You seeing the code?
I'm good in Skype.
Yeah, still seeing the flicker though, and it just did the stretch across the front. You son of a gun. And what's the worst that can happen is it's really dead. Well, I'm now experiencing it. My 1920 screen is now stretched wide. All my text is wide. Got flicker all over the place. It's restoring back to the original. But guess what it doesn't do? It doesn't restore the top screen. And yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Come on. Come on, NVIDIA. What do we got here? What's the video player? Well, how do you make color adjustments for video player settings? This is for video content on your display. That's not really video, no. 3D settings, that's unlikely to have anything to do with anything. Although, whoa, when I clicked this button, I don't see flicker anymore. Well, okay. My screen's still stretched crazy wide, and yesterday there was no way to get rid of it. We could be found.
The only difference there is that you've initialized some form of 3D API, right?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But the cool thing is if I, hey, look, if I can find a step that calms this baby down, it's so much better.
Okay, everybody remember, you've got to mess with the 3D.
Yeah, I know, I got it. I think I got that. All right, so now,
So we were looking for reversing.
yeah, and I think it's kind of in this space here. So if I am, let's set a breakpoint on walk right is what we'll do. Oh yeah, we're looking to see if reversing is working, actually. I'm sorry, I thought I'd finished that, but I don't think I had. So, oh no, wait, I did. I changed some code, we just haven't tested it. I said reversed is equal to, here, I'll go review the code with you here.
The command is reversed.
Yeah, it is, my search is the wrong. I need to look for reverse equals. Here is, this is the deal right here. I'm going to change that to a red. Okay, so let's show sprinkles. So sprinkles normally, and on the stream you can see sprinkles is doing the counterclockwise spin. So the question is, will sprinkles do?
There you go. Let's do it now.
And I didn't see the change. Was it sudden? We should look to see if we should watch it to see if it. So we're just going slower there. Yeah. But yeah, let's see. And then there's counterclockwise. And then clockwise. That wasn't too bad. I'm okay with that.
Sort of partial circle and then decide to go back the other way.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. You could slow it down the frame rate as we get to the end if we know we're going to reverse. Mm-hmm. But we could do that. Okay, so not bad though, right? Because now if we look at it, we're not like, it's even less that our brain is like, we're in some kind of loop. So we've taken essentially two animation sequences, and by varying them slightly in I think about 6 different ways, each of those two, we are creating something that looks like it's more of a living creature rather than something on a loop.
Yeah.
Right? And the cool thing about this is the ear flips and the grazing look pretty reasonable even if they're going forward or reverse, because they both change and end from the same position. Okay. Nice. I feel good about that. Okay. And I also especially feel good that I think I've found a way to stop the flickering. Right? All I did was I brought up that one page. I hope it's bringing the page up and not leaving one of the other pages, because then I'll be like, okay. Okay, I think I've got a breakpoint on walk right now, is what I have. And I want to kind of get in here. I guess we can write the code, kind of what I'm thinking, but I think I want code that looks like this. Look at this dot state equals sprinkle state dot walking. So walking So one of the things I'm thinking about is direction sprinkles facing. I was always going to have sprinkles facing this direction. So walking meant walking forward. Walking right, well, let's see what walk right does. I think it just plays the walk left backwards. Sprinkle, well, it says sprinkles walk backwards is what it does. And walk backwards comes in and says, well, we're just going to reverse you. Is what it's going to do. So,
No.
what'd you say?
No.
I think I heard you say no walking sprinkles. Is that right?
Good walking. So forward animation, but moving backwards.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So what I want to see is if the state is walking, if he's already walking, but he's walking to the left. I think I want to change this to walking forwards and backwards. I want to create two different states here. I have a walking backwards. Cool. Let's just rename this to walking forwards.
That certainly makes it a bit clearer.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, way better. Okay. So if the state is equal to walking forwards, then what we want to do is we want to get that animation, and we want to say something like this. We want to say reverse walk direction. This dot reverse walking direction is what I think we want to do. Yeah, Roy's like, yeah, okay, I can run with that, Mark.
It's just this interesting because if you're going to do the same thing in walk left, right? So if you're walking backwards, then also reverse walking direction. Effectively, if state is both walking but not the kind of walking you're after.
Yeah. Now, execute high-level command only comes in if there are no commands. Wait, if there are no commands in queue. Okay, no commands in queue, that's fine. Execute next command, when's that called? That's called whenever the animation is cycled. Yeah, I think my animation cycled event is not kicking in at the right time. All right, let's go. Whoops. Let's jump back to where we were here. Wait, I just want to make sure. I want to see. I think I'm in the wrong place. Yeah, this is going to happen after we've cycled the animation. That's not where I want this code to be. I want to have a concept of an interruptible command that comes in the middle of nowhere. And I mean, that can interrupt without being between. So we're not going to queue these up. So hold on a second.
It's like the redo stack. So you've got a stack of things ready to do, but if you happen to actively do something, it wipes out that future stack. So is that what you're kind of thinking?
No, yes, I think so. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's an interruptible thing. Can we interrupt whatever we're currently doing? So that means then, for example, if I say walk left and then I give it a graze command, well, the graze is going to happen at the end, but then it gets a walk right. That walk right, because it's interruptible, will kill the graze command. It'll move it, get it out of there, and then immediately start walking right. So I want to look for where we're adding add command. And walk. Is it here? It's here. So Dragon Games gets an animate sprinkles with command data that comes in here. Here's where we're coming and adding it. Now what I want to do instead is say, hey, if this dot can execute command now, or executes, this dot executes command now, and pass in command data and now, then I'm going to say return. Okay, kind of with me? Are you with me?
I am.
FB for a function that returns a boolean, paste, enter, and now I'm inside here. And now I want to say, oops, I'm going to pass in the command data and the now. grab them from here. Selection increase should get those. Whoops. There it is right there. And now I want to say, now I want to kind of have that code that we had in the other place. Where were we here? These are going to be my interruptible commands. This I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of the breakpoint here. So if it's walk left, if it's equal to walk left, I need to see what my current state is. If this state is equal to walking backwards, and you know what, walk left and right need to really be walk forwards and backwards.
And also in the case of the function that gets called, assuming you're going to still do that.
Yeah, no, I think you're totally right. Let's do this. At some point, I'm going to give a property for which direction he's facing as well. So we could kind of, because one of the things I want him to do is be able to back up off screen. I mean, and then return backing up, but with his butt facing us.
Yeah.
For a little surprise or something like that. So let's see. If he's walking backwards, then we can do this like that. Oops, looks like I got an extra. Okay. So that's interruptible. But hold on. I don't actually want to call walk forwards. I think I want to say this dot clear command queue. I want to clear the queue first. Then I want to say this dot add command, and I want to add walk backwards. I gotta turn these into strings here, into constants.
Sure, it's walk forwards.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Like that. And what's the other piece in here? The velocity. I think I can do just this, and walk forward is going to go find. This is it's going to go find the right thing here. I'm hitting control dot on this. It's not giving me the option. Declare this as a constant. Let's go up in here. Sprinkles. QS for string constant. Walk forwards. Go to that. Backwards. That. Add command, then it'll go through and deal with that, and then this is going to be walk backwards. It's making a lot of changes at the same time here. Hold on a second. So if the state is equal to walking forwards, then we also need to call to reverse walking direction right here. But truly, we only need to do this if we're less than halfway through the frame, all the frames. Does that make sense? In other words, if I just started walking forwards, I don't want to wait till the end. I want to go backwards. I want to find the shortest path to the end.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So, we got to figure that out. So, we'll do that. And then anyway, so this is now going to look like this. The return true at the end of it here, and What's my reverse walking direction look like? Nothing, right? Okay.
You've got 2 cases of walking forwards. One of them needs to be adding the command backwards. I think it's the second one.
Right here.
A little lower down. No, this is the other case.
And
Same
this
place,
one.
but the other case.
Right. That one. Yep. Okay, there we go. Okay. So we'll add the command. That goes to the queue. And then we reverse immediately this one. You know, it's close to front. It's kind of maybe what I want to say. Reverse active animation if close to front. What if I just said finish active animation fast?
Yeah. Which is either the reversal of what's first half or the continuation to the end.
Yeah. Like that. Okay, wait, there's a few other things here. We have this walking, we need to look for walk left. There we go. We walk forwards. And walk right is going to be walk backwards. Like that. Good. Why don't we have this? And I think I want to change it to this too. Like that. Nope. That's the name of the folder that this thing is coming from.
Oh, yeah, don't change that.
So now we're going to change this. Yeah, so. Okay. Let's see if we can find more of the left or right. Direction. I added this idea of direction. Haven't done anything with this yet. But that's also something I want to look through. Okay. Next, I want to go to the D&D app. This is the thing that has got these buttons on it. Walk left, walk right. Let's use that. That's here. View designer. So for walk left, there it is right there. Changes to walk forwards. Walk backwards. We can't change the names of these now because it's running, but we can jump into the walk right click, for example, and we need to change these 2 commands here as well. We need to also get to here, finish active animation, and let's at the very least do a console log here. Finish active animation, like that. So we'll at least put this out there for now. So now I'm going to refresh this and just check to make sure we've still got control of the walk forwards and backwards, and that that's still working here and here. That looks like that's okay. Show sprinkles. Still loading in the background over here.
Okay, there we go.
Not entirely done. The horn wasn't showing. There's the horn now showing. All right, so now walk forwards. There's my breakpoint. And
change to backwards there.
Walk backwards. Okay. Right, is there a particular avatar you want to look like? I think you've got an avatar you use a lot, which is
I got a little Simpsons one up there.
yeah. Do you want me to base
could
the
probably-
puppet on that?
You
'Cause
could do that if you want.
I'm happy to do it if you want to.
I'm pretty sure there are no pictures of my real face online.
Karen says yes to Simpsons. Yeah. How are you hearing this?
I hear everything.
You don't have earphones in.
You think I don't know everything you do?
Oh man, she's coming by. She's coming back again. Here she comes. Here she comes.
This is a little weird because Sprinkles like eats my head. Right here. I feel like.
All right. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of that. That's kind of fun. Okay, so let's see.
Wait, where's Rory going on here?
Rory's going to go right over in the bottom right. Right over the clock is where I'm going to put him.
So he's constantly just being bothered by Sprinkles?
Yeah, Fred's over there. Rory's
Okay.
over here. Sprinkles not constantly because we can take Sprinkles away. Okay, so let's see here. Show Sprinkles. There we go. So there's the walk in. And now let's do walk left, or walk forwards rather. There's the walk forwards. So now there should be a console log thing here that says finish up the active animation, I think. You see that? Yep. Wait, animation finish the cycle. I'm seeing the piece that says finish the animation. There it goes though. It's like we did some. It's like whatever we did. Take Sprinkles away. No, we're not going to take Sprinkles away. We just, you never know what's going to happen. Maybe we'll keep Sprinkles. Sprinkles will come and go. Who knows? Why is that? Show Sprinkles. Let's set a breakpoint inside the code. Finish active animation. Execute command now. We don't have a return false here. My guess is that's going to be by default, though. It would return false if we failed to do that. Let's set a breakpoint here. And I added this line of code, so I think I have to refresh it. Fair. I'll refresh it. All right. And then there's show Sprinkles. Execute command now. Well, now we're not going to get there. We're just returning false. So we're going to keep running there. All right, show Sprinkles should be running. We thought I clicked it, but I don't see Sprinkles. So again, show Sprinkles. Oh, there we go. Still loading up. Okay, let's now do walk forwards. You should see a breakpoint hit. No? So the breakpoint here. Say walk forwards.
Okay.
Walk forwards. Oh, my state. Sorry. I have to be walking forwards or backwards.
Oh, okay. So there's got to be an active change of direction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whilst
Sorry.
already moving.
Yeah, although interestingly, it did say it was walking forward, so at some point that might have happened. Here's my return true here. Okay, hold on, let's look at that again. Show Sprinkles. And now walk forwards. So the normal walk forward should go in a second as soon as this is done. Yeah, I feel like the on cycle is not happening every time. There's the walk forwards, now walk backwards. Now we got this. Okay, cool. So finish active animation needs to happen. It's not. Let's see what the actual effect is. I think it's going to be, yeah, it's just going to keep playing through all the way. So it's going to be. So what we need to do is we need to actually build this up. So we need to find the active animation. So I think we're going to say get active animation. And there are at least two that are always happening. It's a body and a horn. Is what it is. Active animation pair. Let's create a new class up here. Kind of a DTO. We're going to call this active let's call it an animation pair. Animation pair, like that. And it's going to, it's not quite a horn body pair. It's not quite the same thing. It's not. It's going to be two different sprite proxies is what it's going to be. So we're going to say VSP for variable type sprite proxy. We added that a long time ago when we were writing code out here. So we're going to say this is going to be the body. And public. I'm going to hit run so we can get our music back here. Here's my run command right here. And we need one more of these, which is the horn. Like that. And so there's my animation pair. And so now I want to create a new variable of that type. So we'll call this animation pair. Set that equal to this.getActive animation pair. Okay. Roy, are you ever like, oh, I'm glad I don't have to think so hard while I do this show? Are you ever like, oh, I'm glad I don't have to figure this one out? Because that's me right now. I'm like, okay. So now we need to, got to be off. Have fun and stay safe, everybody. So Simon Gearing. Hey, thanks, Simon.
Yes, Simon.
Thanks for keeping an eye on us and helping us, you know, making sure we're not doing, you know, messing up too much of the world.
So I guess the version of that I get is that since I'm not here all the time, I arrive and you're referring to code that was maybe written in a previous episode or that wasn't at weeks previously. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Let's see how this one plays out.
Yeah.
Because you've got the grounding in all of this. I mean, one way or another, buddy, this is you.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's good.
I should get my act together.
It works.
I should get my act together. Okay, so here we go. I think we got something in here called parts. I called parts. Look at that. And it's a whole bunch of horn body pairs. Okay. Mm-hmm. So now I want to do a, I'm going to loop through these. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say this.parts of I. Whoops. Like that. That should be a horn body pair. You know what I think I just realized I want to do?
Go on.
Go on. I just realized I do this sometimes. Sometimes I accidentally hit a key and I'm not sure if it's and this happens. See it? Right? Where all of a sudden everything on screen is gone. And I'm not sure if I hit page up or page down. So I hit like a page down and it's the wrong thing. So I hit the page up to get back twice to get back to where I was. You ever do that?
Mm-hmm. I do. Absolutely.
Yeah, so now my thoughts are...
Genisco 7, where are you? We need your help.
That was good timing.
That guy. That guy's a troublemaker, Rory.
Yeah?
He is.
Alright, we don't have to take care of that.
You had it coming to him.
Uh-huh.
Aliens brought us coronavirus.
Bats are aliens?
What'd you say?
Bats are aliens?
Bats are aliens? Yeah, I
I
don't
thought
know.
it has something to do with a bat.
No, I was just saying it was the guy in the spaceship. That's I just have to always justify the explosion at the end. He's not actually dying. He's an actor. He at the last minute as we play an explosion animation in front of him, and then the screen opens up and the actor gets back and is ready to go the next time. He's just basically sitting on another monitor looking at me like, when's Genisco 7 coming? And
it's his time to shine.
Yeah, so don't worry. There's nobody's actually hurt on this show ever. So now I'm going to go through all of these horn body pairs, and then I'm going to check to see which one's got a sprite in it. That's what I'm going to check to see. So it's got a body, and it's got the body's got a sprites, and it should be. I got a slight problem though in the future. But basically, the code is going to look like this. If the length is greater than 0, then we found it. And then we want to say return new animation pair. Like this. And we're going to pass in body and the horn. Here's the body. And there's the horn. Oh, but wait. It's not that. It's the one of 0. It's the first one. Because the way we're using this, we're never... the engine was meant to have like a whole bunch of coins on screen, right? Like this, all at once.
Yeah.
But if we've got only one on there, we know it's the first one. That's it. So we're never going to be able, at this point with this code, this code breaks once we put 2 of these on screen. So,
So I got a question then, because maybe you've got a good answer anyway. I suspect you do. You're getting a whole bunch of parts, and you're iterating through them. You're saying if there is more than 0 sprites associated with the body of that horn body pair, then we do this. Why would you have something with no sprites? What's the reasoning?
So just to be clear, a sprite everything in the sprites array is a sprite proxy. That means it's something visibly drawn on screen. Okay.
Okay.
So I've got
presupposes a part that would not have that.
Yes, I have 10 different animations. Like I've got the Grays animation, which right now has things. But right now the Grays has no entries in it because I just ended it. And when that animation dies,
Oh, I see.
it cleans up its sprites. So when it's at the end,
Okay.
and so we're
So
just,
effectively, it's an inactive animation.
yes, and if it's inactive, there's nothing in the sprites array. The problem we have though is that one of the things I said at the beginning of the show, and I think you were here, Roy, maybe when I was talking to you, but one of the things I'm thinking about doing is if I'm idle and I want to switch to another one, I'm going to be fading out that idle.
Yeah.
And so what I need to do is actually this. I need to say this plus and dot what? You're not going to give me IntelliSense on that? Oh, I know why. Because it's not body, it's body.sprites of 0 is what it is. Dot, and now I want to see if, what is it, still alive? I think still alive.
You need to correct the next line as well. It also is not referencing.
Right.
It's using an array on something that isn't an array.
There and there. So that's, and if we're still alive now, and I got to double check it's still alive to make sure when we're fading out, right, get lifetime remaining, I just got to make sure that the expiration date is the expiration date. Where's my fade out? I got to look at the fade out code here. The fade out time, life remaining is less than fade out time. Life remaining is expiration date minus now. Yeah, so the life remaining, it's still fading out. So what I need to know, so we're fading out. Are we fading out? Is the question I need to know, which is basically, is this the information here? Right here. I need, I think, a Boolean function here that says fading out. Like this. Okay?
Is that not just an extraction of the content of the if?
Yeah, well, it's this plus the line in front. It's this and that is what it is. So let's do this. I'm just going to copy because I don't really have a great way to extract it. And then we're going to say this. Come on. Let's see if... okay. And I need a now in here. Like that. So if we're fading out, next I need to come down here and say if fading out now, code is better anyway, this dot, fading out now. Now I got to double check to make sure I haven't broken the code, so I want to definitely review this carefully here. Oh shoot, life remaining.
Still got a fixed life remaining. I mean, that could potentially be a property of the Sprite proxy anyway. It's based, I think, entirely on things that were themselves properties. You want to do the deletion.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's do that. Let's do it. I'm going to do pn to create a property of type number. I'm going to just type in life remaining here, like that, and I'm going to get rid of the setter. That's what I'm going to do. And then I think I'm going to get rid of this, just so that I get that syntax there, though. So now I've got life remaining. Oh, this has got to become this.
Definitions on line 185. So what goes in there?
Oh shoot! It needs a now.
Oh, it's a past now, not an actual. Yeah, okay. That's annoying.
That's okay. I can do this though. Still, I can say let's just change this. Let's change this to. Let's do a get life remaining. Now like this. Return this. Okay, so there's my get life remaining. Look at that.
Now passing now on line 202 and this there.
It's like I'm now adding a second call in this get alpha thing, which is running all the time. Wait, hold on. What's going on with get life remaining? Do I have a second one of these already here? I do.
And it's already doing mostly the same calculation.
Yeah, it's mostly
It's
the
got
same.
some
All right.
things around it.
I'm kind of backing out. I'm gonna just duplicate this thing. So there's my life remaining right there. This expiration date minus now. And over here, I'm gonna do the same thing here, I think. I don't know, are you mad at me now, Rory?
Nah. Nah, it's all good.
Oops, that's not what I want. Hold on. Expiration date minus now. I don't know. Fading out, life remaining. I don't know. The fading out is, this is needed from elsewhere. I've duplicated this. Hold on a second. All the troops are rescued from aliens. Now you need to rescue Mark from having to buy a cute puppy, Diginisco 7. You want a military dog? Could be a selfie? Dire wolf? No, not a military dog.
Somebody heard the word puppy.
Hey, Chillaxor's out there. Chillaxor, thank you for joining us. How's it going?
What do we got?
What do you mean, what do we got?
He's saying something about a puppy.
Just could be selfish. Now you need to rescue Mark from having to buy a cute puppy, Genesco 7.
Why would he need to be rescued?
Genesco 7's always saving everyone.
Why would Mark need to be rescued from the best thing that will ever happen to him?
Oh, no, quick, Mark. That's not the best thing that ever happened to you. That one's standing behind you.
Oh yeah. Excuse me. I'm gonna say this out of my own brain that says the best thing that ever happened to me was you, not the puppy.
Is Rory, is this like Roxanne, the Steve Martin movie? Are you Cyrano de Bergerac? Rory, is this what's happening? Am I actually married to Rory?
That's a very good question. And the answer to that question is, hello?
I wouldn't need help.
Is that
at all.
I
wouldn't need it for that.
I don't need help for my ears. I don't need Rory to be telling me what to say.
Because you know what to say?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a definite.
Oh,
puppy.
wait, look at that puppy. That's so cute.
That is a cute one.
2 puppies.
Genesco 7's got a nice little puppy icon in there. Get 2 puppies. No, we should get 2 puppies.
No, the puppy, scroll up in your comment section. That puppy is like made for me.
Rory, say testing. 1, 2, 3.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was for me to say testing 1, 2, 3. I got it, Shirley Deb. Testing 1, 2, 3. What? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not liking it. The code was easier to read before. Let's do this, though. I have an idea that's gonna make me happier. Let's go undo, 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 undo.
Slow here. Benny Hill music.
Okay, there. Undo there. Okay.
Right, so we've got the definition is stated twice, but it is now clear in what it intends to be.
Duplicate function implementation. What? I got another one called phone fading out. Oh, okay. That was just the one I pasted in from before. All right, no worries. So, and I actually like that implementation. So now, oops. Though I still wanted, I think I wanted to take this all the way back to where it was. I know I know this is going to maybe bug some people. And it kind of bugs me. I kind of wanted to take it to here. I know it was much easier to read before. And now I think I want to do like a private fading out maybe to make this work, and a slightly different name. Private is fading out like that. No HTTPS, no click. You can't get down there. Is that what's happening?
Certainly, they've pasted his favorite URL.
I bless the rains down in Africa. All right. Yeah, that's nice. I like it.
Now that song is totally stuck in my head.
Yeah. Okay, so is fading out. Now I want it to pass in life remaining as well as now. So what I want to do is this. VN like this, there, comma there, and now this goes away. Is fading out is now there. So now it's just got this block of code here. So now I can come here, see this? This matches this, right?
Yes.
So now I can come in and say here, if this dot is fading out,
Right.
passing in, yeah,
And now.
and now,
So now you're not duplicating the actual execution. There's no, calculating the same thing twice.
oh, guess what? I don't need now here. I don't need it. Yeah, so now I don't have that. My life remaining is kind of happening in two different places here. But we could actually make a call here to get life remaining. And the reason we can see this if not expiration date is a little, I don't know. Should I be worried about executing a few extra lines of JavaScript? I'm going to say no. I'm not going to do it. With TypeScript, I'm going to say get life remaining like this. And we pass in now like that. Now if we look at get life remaining, it essentially adds the code we just replaced, which is this. But it adds this line of code at the beginning, and it checks its guard clause if it's the expiration date. But look, we're already checking to see if it's doesn't have an expiration date, and we're out. So it's the same code is going to get executed right there. And now we have something that's looks a little bit better, I think. Easier to read is the argument here. So
we haven't sacrificed any performance either.
Yeah, so now in fading out, I want to get this first line of code. I want to change it to this, like there, and the second line of code, I want to change this to return this dot is fading out, passing in life remaining. Okay?
It's good.
By the way, when we were doing this, I saw all of this, and I was like, no, I don't want to write all that code. But, I was like, it's everywhere we explored, it was just not looking good. It was not looking good. So now I've got this fading out piece that I can now call. So now what I want to do is back over in sprinkles, and this is all preemptive to the point, when the still alive isn't what I want. I guess, let's actually take this down. Let's take this down a notch here. Let's go from here, come down in here, and we're going to create a new instance of this. This is going to be a variable type sprite proxy right here, and call it body. equal to this. Let's change this to let. And now that's going to be the first one. And now I want to say, hey, if body dot still alive, and it needs a now. So that means we got to pass in a now, which means we got to pass in a now here. And we got a now coming in finally. That's good. I'll take that. And a now right here. And now like that. And then over here, we're going to pass now there. Get active animation pair. Okay, and now we begin here and type in the word now. And now we've got that coming in. This is going to return type animation pair. Not any. And okay, cool. All right, so now we were going to say if the body is still alive, which means we're not at the expiration date yet, and the body dot is not fading out. Where did I put is fading? I thought, what is that, in part?
It was in the part.
I thought it was, I put it in sprite proxy.
Very good.
Fading out. It's right in sprite proxy.
You made it private?
No. Oh, is fading out. It was, I type in is that what I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Okay. So body dot fading out. There it is right there. Pass it now. So if we're still alive and we're not fading out, then this is the active animation pair.
Yep.
Okay. In which case, then we're going to say return well, we got to say new animation pair and bring in body. And it's like this is what it's kind of going to look like. And I think, to be fair, I'm going to come in here and type in LSP and call this horn just for symmetry and do that and that. And then otherwise, we're going to say return null. Format that. What do you think, Rory?
It's looking good. It's looking much more readable. We're passing all the things in we need. We have established which is the piece we want. So, yeah.
All right, next.
Now what we're going to do with it?
Well, we need one more piece of information in animation pair. We need to know total frames.
Yes. Because without total frames, we don't know which side to come down on.
Yeah. So we're going to create a new public, and we're going to call this total frames. This. So back over to the constructor, and now we want to pass in that right? No, it's not. Wait, hold on. Dot base animation. Dot frame count. That's it. I want to rename the total frames to frame count. Okay. Now the sprite proxy will tell what its framed index is. Okay. So now here's the test to see if all this works. If not null, then we're going to say animation pair dot. Well, I guess we're going to make another check. Say if frame count, if animation pair dot body dot frame index. That's what index it is as it's animating through. Is greater than, no, less than animation pair frame count divided by 2. If that's the case,
first half of the animation, are we going to reverse?
Yeah.
What we're doing rather than continue?
Yeah. And we're going to say body dot reverse. Animation reverse override is equal to, we're reversing, or it's either going to be equal to not this. But what if it's undefined? What is my...
Well, if it's undefined, then that's the same as being false for practical purposes.
So a not undefined is going to give me a true? I think it probably will. So my question is, does that give me a
well,
true?
I was thinking from logic perspective, not necessarily from JavaScript perspective.
Yeah, I'm thinking from JavaScript perspective,
But it
it's
could
going
be,
to
yeah.
do it. I think a not undefined. Let's look at that up. Could you look that up for me, Rory? See if you can find that, by the
Sure.
way. And then we got to do the same thing with the horn. Like that. And then I think I want to kind of rush it to the end. And I want to say this dot frame rate,
Coding Gorilla says yes, by the way.
frame interval
Beat me to it.
override times equals, so this is the frame interval. Let's make it go to like 75% of its gap between. So it's going to speed up. It's going to be about a quarter faster, 25% faster, I think. And we'll speed that up. Otherwise, we want to come in and we want to just do this.
Just speed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means you can pull that speed up outside of that if entirely and eliminate it from both sides of.
Hold on. There's a logic error here. And the logic error, what's happened? So this is assuming we're going forward. We're playing it forward. So I think we need two checks here. I think I'm going to change this up a bit. I'm going to change this to if not animation error, then return. Get out of there like that. Then we're going to kind of get rid of these blocks right here. This logic right here.
Yeah, that assumes that is what we understand to be first half of the animation.
Yeah, if we're running forward in the forward direction.
We're running forwards.
Yeah.
If we're running in the backward direction, we need to check for the reverse of that,
Yes.
being greater than instead.
Right, we do. Although, well, I think this is.
I think the reversal stuff is probably fine.
Yeah, I think that what it goes like is this. I think we want to say, hey, if that is not equal to true, then we want to do this block right here. To be honest, Roy, I'm like, my brain feels this is true, but not entirely certain. And then if we're down in this space, and hold on, I need to take both of these out here. No matter what, we're going to speed these up, both of these.
Yep.
Okay, and down here, I want to say if it does equal to true, if it is equal to true, just say there, like that. I'm not sure, Coding Gorilla, you might know this too. So if not undefined, I could maybe replace this with that. So if we're not overriding, going in reverse, if we're
Seems good.
If we're not going in reverse, then not in reverse, which just means true. Let me just change these to both true here, which I think makes code easier to read. And then here we can change these both to false. Now, did I get the logic right is the question. So here we go. If we are closer, so in the forward direction, we're moving forward, right? This means we're moving forward.
Yeah. So if we're moving forward and we're in the first half of the animation, we
Hold
set
on.
the reverse to true. You've kind of got the logic, you've got the inner and outer logic. It doesn't really matter, but it's the opposite order to how I think of it.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to create some local variables to make this code easier to read. So I'm going to do this here, and I think I'm even going to do a moving backward. Moving backwards, and that's going to be the opposite of moving forward, I think.
Okay.
And then that way I can come in here and say, hey, if we're moving forward, Now moving backwards. Now I don't have to do this weird translation.
Yep.
Okay. So so here again. So if the frame index is if we're moving forward and the frame index is less than the the frame count, cut in half, then we're gonna reverse, change direction. But if we're not moving forward, that means we're moving backwards and we're close in the right, we're going in the right direction already. We can keep the same direction and we're good. If we are moving backwards and the frame index is greater than is closer to the end, then we want to switch directions as well. We want to stop moving backwards. And so now this is false. The code looks good to me. You concurred, it sounded like you concurred with that already
I do.
as well. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure for a second, but as you explained it, that's good.
Oh, good. Phew. All right, good. We're geniuses. Okay, so now I think there's a chance this is going to work. I'm nervous.
So we can interrupt one form of walking with the other, and it should, depending on where it is in the animation cycle, either finish it or reverse it.
Yeah,
taking the shortest path to victory.
The only challenge, Rory, is that we have been writing code for like 40 minutes. Right? And when you're writing code that long, the chances of you putting a bug in there, they're pretty good. All right, so let's show sprinkles. And I'm going to hit show sprinkles again just to get these animations loaded up here. Walk forwards. And waiting for the idle. And it seems like there's an extra idle it has to go through. I want to find that bug, but I don't think I want to do it on the shelf. Now walk backwards. No, no. Did not work. Walk forwards. Nope,
No interrupting.
it's not interrupting it. Let's see what we got in here. Okay. No active animation pair. It's the still alive now question. Is not, I think, being answered. Excuse me. Where's my watch window? Control W1, I should remember that. Okay, it's still alive, but it's fading out.
That seems a little weird. I don't remember anything fading.
Fade out time, maybe. Let's set a breakpoint here and get inside here and see what's going on here. Fade out time is 4,000. Fade on destroy. Life remaining is 0.
That feels less than it should be. Is this because we switched to a function that under certain circumstances gives us 0? Rather than, there you go, so it defines it as 0, and if expiration date, which is null and therefore false, that's why it's 0. Why is expiration date null?
Because we're not actually setting an ending to it.
So we changed our logic out, didn't we?
Yeah, no, we didn't change it. It's not, the problem isn't in the logic. It's because this logic could work. The problem is out on the outside level out here. It's this logic here is what's wrong. This is my contention. Because this is one case where it could make sense and be okay. I'm going to hit run here so we get our music back. I think what we're looking for instead here, I think we need to say, does it have an expiration date or not? So it's like, this is like if body dot expiration date, and so that means it's got a timeout when it's going to die. That is all one way of being still alive. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say still alive, not yet dead, not yet gone is equal to this. So if
I
not
think
yet
that's
gone,
not expiration date rather than expiration date.
no, because still alive, here's the deal, still alive is going to return true. That's good, but the problem is that not fading out is going to needs a get life remaining, which is going to come back with 0, is fading out. 0 is always going to be less than the fade out time, which is defaulting to 4 seconds. And we're saying
All that's
fade on
fine.
display.
But I meant at the higher level, you've just introduced an extra clause for
I did.
expiration date.
Yeah.
If you have not got an expiration date, then you are still alive and not yet gone. Rather than if you have an expiration date.
Well, not yet gone means I've got an expiration date and I'm not yet gone. You're not yet killed.
Okay, but in this particular case, we know that that's going to be null. So that's going to fail.
Yes.
And therefore,
I know.
Is that what we're after?
Yes, I'm fine with this. This is one of the cases. And then I'm going to put an or here. And then I got another one here that I need to create that's going to be still has frames before we reach the end, before cycle complete. So we're not on the last frame of the animation. Okay, that's the other piece. And so this is going to be here. And this is what we have to figure out now. And this is going to be equal to, I think what we have to do is we need kind of an if. We need to say, hey, look, if body dot reverse, animation reverse override, so we're going backwards, then we want to say still has frames before cycle complete is equal to body dot frame index is greater than 0. Okay? And otherwise, this is equal to body.frame index is less than, hold on, horn body pair dot body dot base animation dot frame count. Is that right? -1. Holy cow. I might have a frame count on this. Do I? No, I don't. Okay. All right. So there still has frames. So now I think this code is going to improve the chances that we get down into here. So I'm going to set a breakpoint there. Well, it's not letting me do that now. I'm going to refresh and then I'll set the breakpoint. Refresh. Set my breakpoint. So nice to have you here, Rory.
It's good to be back. It's been a long week.
I want this to work because I feel like you're hanging out extra time and you're like, just like, dude, can you write some code that works?
Really keen for this to work.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Show sprinkles. Start walking forwards. Yeah, that cycle. I want that to be way more responsive and smoothly transition. Walk backwards. Ooh. And so now this one was true. Not yet gone was null.
Okay.
Interesting. So the not yet gone, it basically said null and anything is null. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. All right. Maybe I should change this not equal to null. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I was good. The has value kind of thing is what I was not sure of the best way to do that. Anyway, all right, so let's see what we got here. So F10 here to step over that. There's gets the horn, creates the new animation pair. And looks like I refreshed on the stream. What happened on the stream? Maybe not. The stream got a command. Oh, test 0. Coding Gorilla did it. Null is still falsy. Yeah, okay, I'm with you. And now we're saying, hey, we're moving forward. The frame index is 13. The frame count's 41. We're going to reverse that out. Does it really work? I want to just run it. Frame interval is cranking up to, or cranking down, sorry. Let's see if it actually, we can see it working here. Let's show sprinkles again. And walk forwards. I want that to be more responsive. Come on, that's way too long. And then walk backwards. I feel like we got a good shot of this working. What? Wait a minute.
Was that a timing issue because
No,
time passed
Walk
whilst we
backwards.
were running?
it is not changing it. Come on. Why aren't you changing it, my friend? Let's see. Get active animation pair. We're now at this point right here.
Yep.
Finish active animation. I don't know which direction I'm doing here.
Soon find out from the.
Well, let's see. We haven't changed it, right? Okay. So,
That's undefined, which we said would be equivalent to being false. So moving forward is not that. So moving forward should be true.
yeah, I want to get this, I want to show sprinkles again one more time. I want to know that he's moving forwards when I hit walking backwards. So in my head, it's all working.
Sure.
The way, we've got kind of this baseline here. So come on, take a step forward, buddy. There it is. Now walk backwards. Okay. So let's see where we get here. We are moving forwards is true. Moving backwards is false. So frame index is 9. Frame count is 41. So we definitely want to do reverse override on that. The body is definitely there. Animation.reverse override. That's there. Horn, interval. Oh. You got not a number here. The reverse override should work. What'd you say?
75%, but of what original value?
Yeah, no, I get it. So what I want to do is this. I want to say something like this. Hey, if this, then that. Otherwise, we're going to come down and we're going to say this is equal to, what's my fast time here? Well, I could just do this. Uh-oh, I saw this happen yesterday. A search and VS became non-responsive. It's back. Took a while. That was, okay. So still non-responsive here. Okay, there we go. I could just come and say FPS 40, like that, which is faster than FPS 30, like that. So I think I'll do that. And then do the same thing there. And FPS 40. So there's that bit right there. Then I don't know if I can still step through this code very well. All right, I can't. What's my edits the code? How did it not like those? Do you really
It's
have
one of
to
those where you
stop?
can copy your changes to clipboard and then
Yeah,
reverse.
I know I'm with you. I'm with you, but I'm a little bit like, really? All right, undo. There. Okay, run. Yeah, no, it's not there. That is not going to work. Okay, I guess I got to kill it. Edit and continue. It says no, thank you. Paste that in. At least save it. One more shot. Nope, we're stopping. Okay. That means we got to reset everything. There's a little bit of despair here, Rory. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Yeah, a little bit. Rory's like, I just want to see.
We are moving through it, right? We're further in. We've got a decent default to drop back to in the case of NAN. So when we run up this time, this is going to work, right?
I don't know.
Despair nothing. We're going to go with hope.
Well, this, I don't think we still followed it through. We were just got to the point where the frame interval override. Let's go look at animation reverse override. I'm going to tab to next reference on it. There it is in sprite proxy. If we're overriding it, then we reverse. I thought we have tested this. We can go step into it and see what's going on. Starting this back up again. Mr. Announcer Guy's with us. That's good news.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think about this so far, Mr. Announcer Guy?
Wow, wow. Just wow, wow.
Okay. I'm going to take that as a positive. Fred, I don't
Let's
think we
assume he's being positive, yeah.
Yeah, we don't no longer have control of Fred or the, let's take the drone game at least. Let's refresh that, baby. It'll take a moment or two to clear itself up. For this, we don't need to really refresh the overlays yet. We can come in and go right to our sprinkles test page here. Show sprinkles like that. And bring this up here. We'll get the music started in a second, as soon as we get the drone page refreshed. Why are we not seeing sprinkles? Is he off screen? Oh, taking a while to load. Probably because we're also trying to load the drone game at the same time. Well, maybe I'll shut down the drone game for a second by making it hidden. Maybe I'll stop this and try a refresh up here. Oh man. It's not bad. CPU is relatively decent. No idea why this takes so long. Sometimes. Could it be that my drone game is still trying to load itself? Interesting. Drone game seems to be loading without the scroll bars. So it got past whatever it was blocking it. Let's, looks like Matthew Grubbs is raiding with party 14. Matthew, thanks for the raid, buddy. Let's go. I want to see if I can bring a drone out and fly it. Is that working? Doesn't look like it. Matthew Grubbs says, bada bada bing boom, it's a raid. Matthew D. Grubbs, thanks for the raid, buddy.
Bring it on. Come on in. Enjoy.
Welcome, everyone. Yeah, we are in the middle of trying to figure out why this page is not loading so quickly. And I'm just going to like say stop loading that page. Meanwhile, go back into my drone game one more time, try to refresh it here. It is. I restarted the overlays, right? It should get it. It's like I feel like in this scenario, Rory, it's a restart. We are, by the way, working on animating this character right here. This is Sprinkles, the battle unicorn, and it's for a live Dungeons and Dragons game. Death Knight says, Sprinkles, your battle unicorn looks sad. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, we're here's what I'm looking at over here, watching these, waiting for these scroll bars to disappear. That's that part there. And similarly, this piece up here took a long time to initialize itself as well. I don't, be careful, that horn is very close to your head. I will be careful. Definitely be careful about the horn. So I'm going to just let this go because, you know, we keep watching it. It'll take forever. And I guess I'm going to try one of these. I don't know if I should do that or not, Rory. Oh, it looks like the scroll bars just went away. Let's see now. Can I bring a drone out? There we go. Now I can make my drone.
On drone. Excellent stuff.
Okay, so that means I can bring up some music. Here comes the music. All right, sweet. Now let's see if we can refresh this in a decent amount of time. And this is kind of where we're testing. So we've got the overlay for this guy, and then we've got the test framework here. Yeah, look at how quickly that refreshed itself right there. Now we're going to go say show sprinkles. And we got a load on it for folks coming in. There's some flickering coming in here because we've got this kind of lazy load mechanism for the animation framework, and there's about 250 megabytes of animations for sprinkles, and they're loading kind of heaviest first, and so you're kind of seeing that. Notice the horn isn't colored yet. In a moment the horn will load up, and there it is right there, just popping in there. So now we've got the color changing horn on top of there. Now I want to try walking forwards. Now we're getting to where we were testing before.
Yep, little delay before that happens as we finish the animation cycle.
And now walk backwards, and we're hoping to, yeah, it's not stopping immediately. And I want to find out why.
So what we've been doing is trying to have interruptible animation sequences so that we can effectively push that backwards button and have Sprinkles stop pretty much in his or her steps, and then start the reverse process without going all the way to the other side.
Yeah. So here,
this is not working.
Not working. So I'm going to set a breakpoint down in here at this place right here to see if what the override is. Matthew's asking, who is this voice? That's the voice of Sprinkles. Sprinkles is psychically connected to you.
The psychic battle unicorn.
The voice is Rory. Rory,
hello.
We got to make a puppet for you is what we got to do. We're going to make a puppet for Rory. And we'll get Rory, we'll totally nail this and get Rory as a puppet. He'll be on screen. You'll be able to see him animated over there. Rory's like my pair programmer, and he is watching what I'm
just
doing.
This guy, you know?
This guy that's saving the show's butt every single episode. Okay, so let's see if we can figure out Sprinkles over here. I'm looking for, like, somewhere in here, I want to see what kind of breakpoint, world we can live in, and then hit the other breakpoint. That's what I want to do. So let's go back over here. We'll say, let's show Sprinkles again. Here comes Sprinkles. Let's walk forwards. Come on, give me a walk forwards. There's the walk forwards, backwards. Okay, so we do get here. We didn't change the direction on either one. Oh, because we were so close to the end. That's weird. Shoot. So we added code that says only change direction. Hold on. I want to set a breakpoint here and here. That's what I want to do. Those two places there.
Yeah.
Matthew, subscribe to Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, Matthew. Appreciate the subscription. Whoops, there he goes. He's walking by. He's trying to sneak by, huh, Sprinkles? All right, here we go. Show Sprinkles, walk forwards. Uh-oh. That's weird. I hit show Sprinkles like twice. There we go. In a row, I think. Yeah, I think it's... Okay, here we go. Walk forwards. Come on, Sprinkles. Give it to us. Here it comes. Now walk backwards. Okay. So now we're here.
In the code. Good.
Yeah. Reverse override is now true. And now we're setting the frame interval override to 25. Okay. And we're out. We're going to return true. Okay. The command queue is clear. The next place we want to stop is in the draw function. I think. Here. Now, because we're just, you know, sitting on our butts, let me copy this to the clipboard. I want to just set that, I want to just do this. And, I don't know, let's just do this. We'll step through all this. Run, and now update positions. Now, ooh, we need to switch our velocity. We need to invert our velocity when that happens. We got to go back to where we were. We need to not invert it. We not only invert it, we need to call change from changing velocity, because we need to say this dot change velocity, and now we're going to say this negative on our velocity right there and pass in now.
So, up until this point, what we might argue is that we did reverse the animation, but because we kept sprinkles moving physically in the same direction, nobody noticed?
Maybe. Yeah, but I think we would have noticed it. I think we would have noticed it, like he's starting to moonwalk, going backwards. And
Possibly.
I didn't notice that. So we could argue that. Let's play with that space for a second. I think we're going to get to the draw here. I just added a bunch of lines, so we're out of sync here. We do get over here. We're reversed. Maybe, Rory. Because look, we did get this breakpoint. Maybe. Let's refresh and try one more time.
Although, you know, your point is fairly valid. I mean, if we can't notice a moonwalking battle unicorn, then perhaps we aren't being very observant.
I think we have no business being programmers, Roy. I'm going to try and get it. I've always wanted to be a waiter at a restaurant. I think I'm going to go and try and put in my resume. I feel like now is a good time to go work in the food service industry.
Well, it depends if you want to just work or just want to do it. I mean, just stroll into a restaurant and start waiting on people. See how long it takes anybody to stop you.
I'll work for free. All right, so show sprinkles. Let's do it again. Click on it again. Come on, sprinkles. Come out here. Let's see you. Still loading up.
It's going to be my last attempt at seeing this because
I appreciate it, buddy.
Things are calling.
You're kicking butt, buddy. Okay, so walk forwards. Just work code. Yeah, I got to find that ending. Why is that not ending? The on-cycled is, I think, not being triggered in some cases. I need to go find that. All right, back. There. Forwards. There. Back.
That's because I threatened Sprinkles with leaving.
Look at that, Rory.
It's got nothing to do with the code
Back.
at all.
Forward. I think it's kind of working.
There we go.
I feel like it's working. Forward.
Yeah.
Forward. There we go. Oh, wow. Forward.
Oh, interesting.
Uh-oh. We got a problem. When I'm hitting
Yeah.
forward, and he's already going forward. Wait, I didn't have to add that
Speeds
code.
up.
That's easy to fix. Rory, thanks so much, buddy.
No problem, my friend. Catch you Tuesday.
He's awesome.
Yeah, Tuesday. We'll see you Tuesday.
All right.
You better not get.
Great
You
weekend.
do not get sick. You keep everybody inside.
I'm going to be very, very careful.
Do you understand
We're all
me?
gonna be
That goes
fine.
for everybody in the audience.
Oh, yeah. All the chat room too. Stay safe.
I want everybody to stay safe. Let's go. We'll see you later, Rory. Really appreciate
All
you
right,
being
buddy.
here.
Have a
Thank you,
good
buddy.
one.
All right. Let's go. Yeah, stay away from people. I want to refresh the back overlay on the stream. Look at me floating in space out there on this scene around here. He's awesome. Jump back over here. Crank it up, yeah. 3D dice, let's refresh that. Show you some demos of some of the stuff we've been working on, kids, here. Okay, and dragging back overlay. And we'll actually get Sprinkles to come out and do that little dancing he was doing, but live on the stream. Okay, there's that. Let's initialize the player data. Put that button right there. Oops, looks like our front overlay is needed refreshing. Front overlay did not get a refresh on it look like? Here comes the front overlay. There it is. Initialize player data one more time. Okay. So we're creating, a lot of the stuff we're creating is for another stream, Dungeons and Dragons stream. Looks like the delay loading is taking a moment to bring in the assets for this. There you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. So it's the player's turn. You get to see the animation come in here like this. Like that.
Fred!
You're Fred a couple of times.
Framerates!
Oh yeah. So the sound is a little delayed because it's just still loading like the assets coming in. Show you a little bit of what we got here. Let's say Ray of Frost. See a little bit of flicker here as it loads up. In a second, you're gonna see it all the way. Front overlay's catching up too. Look at that. Let's go see. Everything seems okay here. Interesting. Slowly loading up the front. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Nice. Chaos Bolt. Let's bring in sprinkles here. Also still loading up. Interesting. So yeah, there's a lot of assets it's loading and taking longer than normal. Walk forwards. There we go. Walk backwards. Walk forwards. Thought I hit walk forwards. Got some frame rate issues here a little bit, it seems like. Walk forwards. Backwards. All right, not bad. We're getting there. Getting there. Not bad, because it's a big animation. When we started this, we were thinking, you know, are we going to have some trouble with this? And I don't know. Let's go. Let's do a little more of the show some of the things that we got here. I think I'm going to end the show today. Not bad. I think we got made some progress here. Let's roll the attack. And all of this that you're seeing on screen are things that we built here on the show. Here's the chaos bolt. Yep, got doubles fired again. You bet. And another hit. Different damage. You can see the damage from the beasts that are right there. Yep. See that spell. I think it's a wild magic check. Do a Ray of Frost spell. Roll that attack. Actually, let's do Chill Touch.
Hit!
Not bad. Clear the dice. Yeah, so that's a little bit about what we were working on right there in the show. Let's go see who else is out there on the live coders team is streaming right now. We're gonna raid you, send you on to waiting for Twitch's stream manager to load itself. Takes a while. Mawadala followed about 32 minutes ago. Thanks for the follow. Let's see here. Get the raid going. Bald bearded builder. Here we go, kids. Late again, Retro CRT. Hey, I'm so glad you're here, though, buddy. Glad to have you with us, buddy. Tomorrow I might do a longer show. All right. Say hi to Michael Crowley for me, kids. Here we go. Everybody stay safe. Take care.